Hey guys, all right, thanks for showing up. Today's video is going to be awesome. We're going to put up a checklist of things you need to do to get your buyer process bulletproof.
So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, follow it, hit the notification button, tag your friends, share this one, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, let us know what you guys are liking about our content, and you're going to love this content today. All right, what's going on, BE3? You got the Beggins boys today. Jeff Beggins and
Craig Beggins here to see you.
We are going to talk about something we don't talk about a lot, and it needs to be talked about, especially in what's going on in the marketplace today.
You can talk about the B word.
We're going to talk about the B word, and so brace yourself because it doesn't happen often.
That's right. So
and
record this one.
We are talking about, you say it.
Buyers.
All right, buyers. All right. All right, here's the issue. There are so many freaking leads out there right now, and it's a problem.
You've heard the industry stats. 100 million real estate leads this year will flow through the internet, and there's only 6 million home sales.
100 million leads flowing, and maybe 6 million if it gets to 6 million.
Right.
So that's 94 million pieces of crap.
Well, no, because they're inquiring on multiple times.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. So how do we possibly get to over 100 million leads? How does that work?
Well, we've learned a lot. So we started buying Zillow leads as a company to see how it works. And
Realtor.com and other sources.
And other sources. But Zillow is one that's really confusing to me because Zillow only sends the leads to the agents who buy the zip codes, right? So it's not like you're getting a call on your listing where you know you can talk about it.
Yep.
You're getting called on a cold house in a town you don't even know where it's at.
If you're paying for Zillow leads and buying a zip code, right? You get a screen share. For those who aren't doing, how does that work? So,
well, let me just go through the very basic part of it. So when you go on Zillow currently, it gives you 4 agents to choose from. Now, our company, branding, Century 21, works to deal with Zillow. So we're identified as a listing agent, but we don't get the lead. There's 3 other paid agents down there, at least 3. There's other ones that rotate, and they all have little check boxes by them. So if the customer checks a person, the lead's going to go to that person. So oftentimes they choose listing agent if they know what they're doing because they want to talk to the listing agent. But if they check one, if they don't check one, it's going to rotate through the 3 paid subscribers below, right? So you're going to get a lead from Zillow quickly sent to you as a warm transfer where they say, Jeff, this is Craig with he's looking at here, and you take off and you go.
And then so that's
and here's what they always say because all these calls are recorded. Hi, yes, this is a real situation. I'm calling on 123 Grove Hill Lane.
Okay. How can I help you?
Lost it right there.
That's key because what do you now know about Grove Street Lane?
Nothing.
Right.
I don't know what subdivision it is. I don't know if it's in a CDD. I don't know what the HOA fees are. I don't know if it's a gated community. I don't know how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms it is. As the agent, what does the customer know?
What's the customer know?
They know if there's an HOA. They know if there's a CDD. They know how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms.
They know the school district. If they're savvy, they go on public records. They know how much the person paid for it. They know how much the people down the street, how much they paid for it. And they know any permits that have been done. They know, I mean, everything is in their hands.
Yeah, you don't even know what subdivision it's in.
So how are the agents screwing up? Because we get the privilege of hearing a lot of these conversations. So
it's funny. I think the biggest challenge is they don't tell the truth. These calls are recorded. It sounds like you're lying and you're making up stuff.
Because when you're not confident about what you say, your psychology comes in that you're unsure and your voice tone goes up and you go, and you just, the vibe is out there that you don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So you automatically start in this relationship as a fraud. Yeah.
And I hear our agents say, well, I'm not at my computer right now. Can I call you back in 5 minutes? You lost them.
And bullshit, you're at your computer full your entire life.
You log in the app and type in 123 Grove Hill Street.
Right.
And to look up the information they already know, you don't get anything.
Right. And then you're going to look even more stupid because you're going to say, oh, 123 Grove Street. Yep. That's a 1,256 square foot beautiful house. It was built in 1994. What else can I tell you? You're like, idiot.
So this is blasphemy from a real estate broker's perspective. And I can't believe I'm going to say this on a recording. Super. When would you like to see it? That's the best conversion line we've found dealing with an paid online lead.
All right, let's say that again so we can get the script down.
The script is, super. When would you like to see it?
Wait a second. So you're trying to tell me give them what they want?
Yeah, give them what they want.
And what do they want?
We got to qualify this one more time because here's another thing. when you get the paid online leads, you don't know whether they're buyer leads or renter leads. And oftentimes they are rental leads, or they're a renter calling on a listing for sale. So where the first question is, super, are you looking to buy it or rent it? Are you looking to buy or rent? And then they say, I want to rent. And you go, deflate.
Yep.
If they say, no, we're looking to buy, then you go, yay. Then the question is, when would you like to see it?
Well, let's rephrase this. Let's totally the recontextualization of the situation. Every person you talk with in the real estate has a monetary value to it. So what is the monetary value of each lead, each client that you get?
It's $130,000.
Okay, so $130,000 is what every lead is worth. Because how can that be? Because they're going to buy this house, and then what else do you get?
Well, I had one of our agents come to me literally yesterday. Texted me right here. I can read it to you. She said, I know a lot of people say op city leads are stupid, but I just had a really good one. I wrote a contract with them, and they've got 3 more family members coming down.
There you go. Okay.
So that's what it says.
So that's how it's worth $130,000. And then 5 or 7 years from now, they sell their house again. And then their mom's moving here from Denver, and their cousins transferring and buying a townhouse when they graduate college, and all that other stuff happens. And you become the point of contact. So,
well, the fun part is even the cheaper houses, like say you're buying a 130 house or a 150 house, they buy that, they live in it for 5 years, they sell it for 220, and they go buy a 330.
Yeah.
So you're making people rich, and they're taking you with them as their prices keep going up along the way.
All right.
So buyers don't suck.
They don't suck at all.
But you got to have a process that they're going to run you into the ground.
And their perception, here's where I think a lot of people are screwing up on this thing. This is a relationship, right? The stats are the average buyer is coming in contact with about 17 agents during their buyer journey, right? So, and the buyer journey is 18 to 24 months from the time they start screwing around with a glass of wine at night, dreaming about their next house. Honey, what if you get that promotion? You're going to get a raise, right? And they're going to, how much is that going to be? What do you think we can afford? Oh, how cute. Look at this one. Beep, 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 beep. Started, right? And then 18 to 24 months from now, they get the raise.
Because, honey, there's an open house. Let's stop. There's agent number 2.
And then truly.
And then there's a new home sales center. Let's go in there too. Agent number 3.
And they set up a saved search on Zillow, and a new one just popped up, and they clicked on that one. Yep. And then another one comes, and they clicked on that one. And then another, they went to Trulia to see if they were missing something.
Oh, and then here's my favorite part. They actually go to the website. They fill out the lead form with their name, their email address, and their phone number, and they hit submit, and it says, I want more information on this house. And then we call them, and they don't answer.
Yep.
Now, one of my Zillow team, we require they update their notes, and they have to say what they do. And I go in and I look. So it says, left voicemail. Not good enough, guys. You know it. You do it too. You don't answer your phone when you don't know what the number is. That doesn't work. You got to call them, leave a message. You've got to text them who you are, and you need to send them an email. All 3. And then if they don't get back to you, then you try again. Phone, text, and email. And you try it at different points a day. People are at work. People are cheating on their job. They're searching on their phone while they're supposed to be doing their job.
Yep.
They can't answer all the time.
That's right.
So texting, phoning, and emailing really has to be done on all these. And really, you're paying $100 to $200 to $300 for each lead. You better find a way to convert it. One of our lead conversion sources has a system. They make 26 attempts in the first 30 days. So they call you, they text you, they email you, 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 12, 2, 4, different times throughout the day. If you're paying $300 for that lead, which if you're not, your broker is, it needs some attention.
And then this is where I think it's another really important point here is those people are people, right? And yes. People like people who are what?
Like themselves.
Okay. So if they come in as a web form, they don't want to talk to you. They want the email back.
Because your phone number is on the lead form.
They would have
called you if they wanted to. And so, some do.
If they like communicating at that level, right? So if they text you, text them back. If they call you, call them back. They email you, email them back. And the problem is if I text you and you call me back, it pisses me off because I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to text you. Right? You like the other one. That's just how it works. But respect the source of the lead because that's how they want to communicate. And then now if you add some skill.
Well, then I'll text you back and say, can we talk?
That's fine. And so, yeah. And I'm finishing a podcast. I'll call you in 40 minutes, right? And then that's the way we do that. But you reach out to them the way that you want. Now with skill, this is a relationship.
They're going to give you hints the way they communicate with you.
Right. Visual.
Right.
Auditory, kinesthetic. If you're paying attention.
I need you to tell me about this house.
When can we talk?
When can we talk?
Neutral. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've got an auditory person here. Maybe I'll put the letter A and circle it a little bit. And then he was right to the point and said, got a question about this house. When can we talk? Ooh, sounds like I have a D personality. Yep. That is auditory. So now I could say, when's a good time that we could talk? Right? I'm not going to put fluffy emojis and all kinds of stuff in my thing.
Don't hit send or dial.
Right. And then so the other one might be, hey, I was looking around Zillow and I saw this really pretty house. I was wondering when you might have time to show it to me. And we have time to look at houses on Saturday from 3 to 4 or Sunday from 6 to 7. And I get all these stupid little smiley emojis and a heart, right? That tells me a lot about this person. I've got an I personality who's very visual and communicates with these little heart things, right? Mm-hmm. So I better respect the source and their communication. Hi, I'm so glad, right? I can't wait to show you around. This is great. Wait till you see what I have. You're totally going to love this community. Wait till you see it. It's heart, 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 smiley face, right? Because that's how they communicate. And that's the highest level of respect, is to give back to them the way they're giving it to you, right? Because this person, and if you want to make money and have a business, right? Or if you want to have a good relationship in any aspect, you need to communicate at some level with them. So I look at this differently. This lead source that you paid for is worth $130,000
every lead until they prove it themselves otherwise.
And they go from 17 people because they see the real estate community as a commodity.
Well, they didn't connect with any one of them,
and they really didn't want to. What do they want to do?
See the house.
They want to see the house, right? And so, why start a relationship on a combative nature? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, ask me if you want to see the house. Say, hey, Jeff, I want to see this house.
Hey, Jeff, I want to see this house.
Hey, do you have any money? Where's your pre-approval letter?
Screw you.
Thank you, right? Man, these leads suck, right? No, these leads don't suck, right? You suck for not understanding the whole thing. The guy wants to see the house. Great. When can we go when can I show it to you? Mm-hmm. Right? And what are you looking for, by the way? This is a great house. Tell me more about what you're looking for. So let's talk.
What was about this house that made you select it?
Right. I can't wait to show it to you. Tell me more about what you're looking for so I can get a feel for what's important to you. Right. You notice the visual, auditory, kinesthetic there? Wow. And then I shut up and I listen, and you're going to say, well, I don't care what you say, but I'm going to pay attention to what you say. And you're going to say, man, show me some stuff. And I'm going to say, I can't wait to show you some stuff. Or you're going to say, talk to me about this neighborhood. Tell me all you can tell me, because it's really important that I hear it all. Okay, Mr. Auditory.
Wait, let me look it up. Find out where it is.
Right. And then, hey, I just really need to get a feel for the marketplace. Can you kind of, give me the scoop, give me the down and dirty, right? Whatever they tell you, just listen and feed it back, because all I want you to do is feel comfortable, because now I'm getting you to the appointment. The only thing I can sell is an appointment, right? At this stage. Yep. And too many times people are trying to get married on the first date and say, let me be your agent. Who's your mortgage rate? Do you have a pre-approval letter? Right? And you sound like a prick.
You got to ask all that stuff, just not now.
Not yet. It's not time to do that yet. Right? So you don't start dating. The first question is, are you crazy? Right? You have to wait to find that out for a little while. Right? But you got to go through that whole process. So once you set the appointment, now is when the process happens.
You gave them what they wanted. And it's the law of reciprocity.
Yeah.
If I give you what you want, you will naturally want to give me what I want.
Right. And then we go through the process of, let me explain to you. I want to interview for the job to be a buyer's agent.
What?
Right? This doesn't happen on the first phone call, because they're like, dude, I don't want a buyer's agent. I want to see the house. Right. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I don't know if you're good at what you do. I don't know if you care about me. And frankly, I don't give a crap right now. I want to see the house. They're not going to say that, but that's what they're meaning. So if you go for the kill right away, they're going to be like the little stray cat, and they're poof, they're gone.
And you better have a pretty good presentation on what a buyer's agent does.
And so, but when is the time to do that? Right? Because
when you meet them.
And you got to find out where they are in the process. They might be in the dreaming phase and they don't know about the job transfer for another 18 months. Do you want to say, screw you, I don't have time for you? Or do you want to say, how exciting? Right?
Well, see, we're going to ask them, at least in our system, we're going to ask them to, in time, start shopping on our app. We're going to put them into our CRM. They're going to have their own mobile app that they can use.
It may or may not stalk them across every move they make.
It may or may not. They may not give us predictive analytics as to what they're looking at and foreshadow into the dashboard. But so we want to get to that point, because they're going to be incubated. If we're thinking, here, watch this. So our Zillow leads come in through the Zillow app, and we have an admin who types them into our lead router system, which sends it out to the agent, right? So all we're doing is post-dating the received lead that we got.
Right.
At least, well, one day last week, it was a week's worth of input we just did, 3 leads were already in our lead router system.
That's crazy.
Pisses me off, right? So let's say Jeff had a lead in lead router. Zillow lead came in. It was the same lead that Jeff had in lead router. And that means Jeff's not following up with that guy because he's out there shopping on Zillow.
That's right.
So we got to get him. We want him shopping on our website.
He probably called me on my sign 4 months ago.
It was actually, I think, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, 18 to 24 month incubation period, right? But none of us are going to follow up with somebody for 2 years.
So you've got to get them into a CRM, and you've got to provide some sort of value.
But I was talking with a sales meeting here this morning. And an agent, Jessica, was actually talking about, she had somebody reach out to her after 2 years of drip campaigning that she's finally ready to go buy a house. Now, that's great because she gave them some type of a connection that there was no reason to go to the other 16 property houses or agents, that she was probably going to go through that process because she was like, thank God I found somebody I connect with. When the time's right, I know who I'm going to reach out to.
And so they don't hit unsubscribe.
Right. So let's go a little further. So we met you, showed you the house, we built some rapport. I noticed you're a D. I noticed you're visual. We have a connection. You like me, I like you. And then it's time to see if, do I want to have a relationship with you? Right? Because it's a long-term real relationship.
But it's $130,000 worth of income.
That's right.
Over the life of the relationship.
Or I'm going to just be a house showing monkey commodity, and they're going to use me, abuse me to open houses and dump me and buy an open house that they see somewhere else from a
that's
physical.
your fault. That's if you're not using the skill, then you might have to, I don't want to say whore yourself out, but I just did.
Yep.
In the beginning, just to make the connection.
Well, it's about resistance free.
Right.
They don't want the interrogation right now.
Nope.
They want to see the house. So if you show me the house, you give me what I want. I mean, I'm that way too. You're that way too. If I want something this way, this is the way I want it. If you don't give it to me, it pisses me off because it's the way we want. Right. So that's called life. So give them what they want and then have the conversation. And then, so here's how I like to do it. I like to absolutely say, once we're connected, saying, here's how I run my business. Maybe it works for you. Right. And this is an important part. And this is
really important. You don't have to work with every customer. It's scarcity versus abundance. If you think there's scarcity in customers, you're going to hold on to them like they're gold. But if you realize they're abundant, you can pick and choose the one you want. Let's face it. You only really, if you all did one deal a week, that would be 52 deals a year.
Right.
Which is like 10 times the national average.
Right.
So burn through a bunch of the leads and really work well with a one that you get.
Even one good appointment is worth $120,000.
Now, of course, they're going into a pipeline. They're going to close down the road. But sometimes down the road is this week. Sometimes it's next month. Sometimes it's 3 months from now. Sometimes it's a year from now.
And I want to own your mind space about anything real estate related. So if it's 16 months from now, before you decide to buy or sell, buy in this case, that's what we're talking about today. When you do that little search internal, my face has to pop up when you think about real estate. If I can secure that relationship right now, right, the day you called me on a Zillow lead that I bought, and I met you at Starbucks, and we're talking about the neighborhood, and I'm going to say, listen, I know you don't know about the job transfer yet, but let me explain to you how I run my business. So as you get closer, you know you're in the right hands. Right. And here's how this is going to work. We're not here yet. Right. But the first thing we're going to do is I've got to get my team very clear. Right? Are you working with a mortgage lender yet? Right. And if you're not, I want you to work with my friend Chad. He's amazing. At least talk to him. Right. And I think he'll do a good job for you. So when Chad goes through the process, here's why this is important. There's a million different loan programs out there, and you may qualify for a bunch of them, but one of them's the best one. Right. There's 3% down programs. There's 0% down programs. There's 10% down. There's 20% down. If you need closing costs, I need to know that so I can negotiate accordingly to get you the right property. Right. And then what kind of insurance is going to throw off your ratios? Are you okay in a flood zone? Can you take a CDD and an HOA? Are you okay with condo fees? All that comes into place so I know what box are you comfortable in? And that box is $2,900 a month.
Well, now you're building value because the customer says, oh, there's more to this than I thought. Maybe I do need help.
Right. Because you think you go to Bank of America and say, hey, I need a loan. And they're going to say, here's a loan.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
and you're
you
like,
get qualified for a $200,000 loan and you find a house in a CDD that's got $6,000 a year CDD fees. Well, now you can only buy a 180 house.
And you didn't realize there was a grant program that could have given you $15,000 at closing costs.
Right.
From the county, or you didn't know that I could have gotten you an extra $7,500 in closing costs by good negotiation skills going in, right? But this is so important as the baseline on the process because if I show you a house right now, I'm an idiot because the answers to this question is going to tell me what type of house I'm going to show you. Because the worst thing I can do is take you to a house, you fall in love with it, and then it's out of your budget or price range, and then I embarrassed you, and you're going to ghost on me, and I just lost $130,000.
Yeah, plus you're wasting people's time. Some of our agents have done some pretty cool stuff. We've met these people at new home model centers.
Yeah.
Right. So then we first of all, we meet them at a safe place because we don't know. You got to be a little bit safe here.
Mm-hmm.
We meet them in a safe place. There's another person there, and we get them registered with that builder, and we've exposed them to a new product.
Right.
So it's kind of a neat idea if you've got new homes in your neighborhood. Meet them at a new home model center. It's very safe. Right. You do run the risk. Meeting strangers at empty houses, for example, you got to be a little bit.
That's right. And then, so let's continue this process. So now I've walked you through the process of how I run my business. Right. you don't have to like how I run my business, but this is just how I run my business. And frankly, I need one good appointment a week. And if you're not ready yet, that's okay. I'll still pet your head and tell you you're great. And, we'll follow up with you until you're ready 16 months from now. But you don't fit my time right now, because I might spend a little time and show you the neighborhood, give you the feel for the area, but you're not my real meeting right now. Right. So now once I know what you can buy, right now it's the time.
Set you up on my app. I'm going to create a search for you. Anytime new properties come up in the market, it's going to come to you from me.
Yep.
I'm going to know secretly that if you click on it, you're moving up by interest rankings.
Right. I noticed you looked at 28 houses last night. I'm going to call you tomorrow morning. Right. So that's how that works. But then it's about, let me explain with you how this works, right? Once you talk to my mortgage guy, we're going to know what you approve for. And then we're going to figure out which neighborhoods or areas, because somebody moves to your town and says, I want a nice house that's 30 minutes from the airport.
Yeah.
That's the entire 2 counties right around this marketplace.
Depending on the time of day.
Right. And all that comes into it. So I'm not going to show you houses. That's stupid right now. So when do you want it? Where do you want it to be? And let me explain my value, right? Let's talk about how I'm going to be able to represent you. Where my skill comes in is not opening up a house. My skill comes into, once we find it, I can shred the other side of negotiations if I'm able to.
And I'm going to educate you and make sure you know what you need to have.
And make sure that you get the right loan approval. I'm going to negotiate for the right
home inspector. We're going to identify. We're going to review the seller's disclosure statement.
Get you with the insurance people. Get the bug guy out there. Make sure that you're comfortable. Get a little handyman out there to give you some bids to do the things that you want to do during your inspection periods. So you're totally comfortable with this process. Because guys, where you're screwing up sometimes is you're not reminding them about what your true value is. Because right now, where it's already happening, that you do not need to exist to let a buyer into a house. With an app,
no,
you go and unlock the door and the buyers can walk through the house themselves without an agent needing to be there. So if you think you're a home shower, you're dead. You're out of business and do not even know it yet. You
American
need to
Home
provide.
Friend's doing that in this market right now.
So is Open Door.
Yep.
And OfferPad.
There you go.
Right? And it's happening, and we'll probably start doing it soon too.
Oh, reminder for our agents watching, OfferPad will be in the house tomorrow for our team huddle.
Oh yeah, cool.
That's going to be very interesting to hear.
So watch it on your app and check it out, or it'll be on Facebook Live closed group after that. So, but the key is you've got to provide your value, guys, and show your worth up front, because even if you're 16 months down the road, there's not going to be a shadow of a doubt that when you're ready, I'm the guy to talk to. Right. And that's my sale. And you just came in off a lead and you're not ready yet, but now you know I'm the guy.
And if you're 16 months out, you might not even be looking at the same area now that you were 16 months ago.
That's right.
So these are referral sources too. You can refer them. If you're in South County and they want to be in Hudson, please don't go to Hudson, because all the value you're promising to deliver in South County, you can't deliver in Hudson because you don't know about the special assessments or whatever's going on in that market.
Right. And take advantage of technology, and they're going to look at 5,000 homes in the next 16 months. And so it doesn't matter to you, because what matters to them and to you is what's available on the day they decide to buy. Right. And that day is so far into the future that we don't even know what the rates are going to be. We don't know what the prices are going to be. We don't know what the market is going to be, the micro market that they're looking at. So there's so many different questions. But the process it's the process. And I can't stress enough that if you don't follow the process, you're stuck, right?
And if you don't have a process, we'll teach ours. Our Level Up University is going to be April 22nd.
Yep. Next Level U is April 22nd through the 24th. And we're going to do it here in Tampa Bay. And we're going to have a good time on that one. But if you don't follow the process, you're stuck. We always joke about this one. If Craig did not follow a process, and this is subconscious process at this point because he's done it a million times, to drive here, he would not be here right now. You'd be still stuck in your garage. Right. If you didn't put your foot on the brake before you turn the key, the car wouldn't have started. Nope. Or pushed a button. In your case, you can't push the button unless your foot's on the brake. Right. So you'd still be sitting there this morning going, damn it, my car doesn't work.
No,
my car doesn't work.
You got to put the fob in your pocket.
So you did that one. So it's not that your car didn't work, it's that you didn't work. And you're stuck where you were, and you're never going to move anywhere beyond where you are today if you don't start following a process systematically every single time. Yep. Hi, what do you want? Listen in neutral, feedback in the way their representational systems are.
Give them what
build the comfort, give them what they want, and then interview for the job and show them how you run your business. And if they like it, fantastic. If they don't, screw them, go get another one. Right? Because you can pick and choose if you're prospecting. If you're at the mercy of inbound, you're at the mercy of a lot more than that. So just learn how to connect with people and make things happen.
And if you are doing paid online leads, get a system, because it's very expensive to lose those.
Or you're just flushing money down the drain.
Exactly.
You're better off not doing that. You're better off sitting at an open house for free for another agent in your office that has inventory. But paid works if you work it and if you have the follow-up system on there. So
yes, it does.
Hopefully we provided a little buyer value for you. As always, reach out to Craig or myself or anybody here on the team. We're happy to help you. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Bye.